Hi there! Welcome back to another episode of You Should Read This. This month is August, and for the month of August, I have some vacation, road trip, and camping stories for you. My name is Christina. I am the teen librarian at the Thayer Public Library. First up, we have our oldie pick. This is going to be one of two oldie picks for you this month. There are 4 titles in total. So first up, our oldie pick number 1 is House of Furies by Madeleine Roux. What it's about: Louisa Ditton has nowhere to go. Alone and afraid, she's just fled a brutal English boarding school where punishment was the lesson of the day. When she meets an old woman who offers her employment as a maid in a boarding house, Louisa thinks she's been saved. But in this house of distortions and lies, how can Louisa be sure who to trust? Why you should read it. Let's be honest, there's nothing like a good summer scare. But this is a lightly spooky book for those who don't really like spooky books. It is also set at a boarding house and has a slightly gothic, slightly historical feel. This one is recommended for fans of Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. Our second oldie pick for this month is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. What it's about: Monty doesn't want to take over his father's business. He was raised a gentleman, but acts more like a rogue. Somehow he manages to convince his father to let him go on a grand tour 1 year abroad in Europe, before he'll settle down and take over his father's settlement. On his quest, he decides to take his crush Percy along, as well as his sister Felicity. Monty vows to make his year-long escape one last hedonistic hurrah, and plans to flirt with Percy from Paris to Rome. But when Monty makes yet another reckless decision, their trip turns into a manhunt that spans across Europe and presents danger at every turn. Why you should read it. This book is funny from beginning to end and hooks you right from the very beginning. This book was our beach read in the August Book in a Bag book program, and it's the first in a series about the Montague siblings, and is a great road trip story. Next we have our newbie pick, and for this I'm going with The Dead and the Dark by Courtney Gould. This just came out on August 3rd, so make sure to place your hold today. What it's about: something is wrong in Snakebite. Teenagers like Ashley Barton's boyfriend are disappearing. The weather isn't normal, and all fingers seem to point to the Paraspectors, TV's most popular ghost hunters, who have just come back into town. In town with them is their daughter Logan, who has never been to Snakebite before. But the moment she and her dads arrive, she starts to get the feeling that there's more than they're letting on. Why you should read it. This atmospheric growing up story with paranormal twists is for fans of Courtney Summers and Allison Saft. We read from Logan and Ashley's perspectives as the mystery is slowly revealed, and there are strong family dynamics here as well as LGBT+ identities. And last but not least is our audiobook pick for this month, and for this I am going with Two Night Owl from Dogfish. What it's about: Avery Bloom lives in New York City. She is bookish and afraid of many things, and Bette Devlin lives in California. She is fearless, outgoing, and loves all animals as well as the ocean. What they have in common is that they are both 12 years old and are both being raised by single gay dads, and have been sent away to a sleepaway camp as well. Why you should read it. This story is heartwarming and endearing, and if you've loved The Parent Trap or family stories, this one is for you. This book is perfect for younger readers, such as those in middle school, but can also be enjoyed by anyone who has gone through or is going through parental changes or has stayed at a stay-away camp. It is also full of great diversity, such as the main characters that include persons of color, different religions, and LGBT+ identities. Feature editing Christina here. Thank you all for watching. Normally I do some sort of outro, and when I was recording I was not thinking of that. So we will be back again next month for the month of September, and there will be some sort of book nerd, bookish books about people in book places kind of theme going on. So stay tuned and we'll see you next month as normal.